That's absolutely wonderful, because it gives us all a sense of security, a sense of belonging, a big family, and for me personally as well, you know, it gives us direction, understanding and wisdom. At that meeting in Madrid, they asked me to pray about coming back to Brazil to help with the harvest there. It wasn't in my plans at the time, and it took me by surprise at the time. And so I said, sure, I'll pray and I'll get back to you. At the same time, they had asked Pastor Antonio and Pastor Gabriela, a time before that, we'd had conversations with Pastor Luisa about them coming over here. When Pastor Antonio first heard that, was asked to pray about that, he also said, wow, I wasn't thinking of that, let me pray about it. But we really respect our apostolic leaders. I said to Sylvia a while ago, I said, Paul had a dream of a man from Macedonia telling him to come over there. And in fact, the church here in Europe is a result of him following that dream that he had. I said, I haven't had a dream of a man from Brazil, but I've actually had apostles, real men of God in the flesh and blood, sit down with me and say, Giles, the gift that you have on your life, we believe would be more effective in Brazil right now than in Britain. And we believe that the gift that is upon Pastor Antonio and Pastora Gabriela be more effective in Britain than in Brazil. So we suggest, we'd like you to pray about having this exchange. As I said, that wasn't something we were planning when they first came over, but it's something that was put before us. So we came back from that conference in a state of prayer, meditating, and have prayed through. And we're not only submitted to our apostolic covering, but obviously, ultimately, we're all submitted to the Holy Spirit. I like to say that Jesus is the Lord of the church, but the Holy Spirit is the Lord in the church. And so he directs us. And in the end, we are to do his will. And so we've been praying, and we feel very strongly, even though we love you guys deeply, that this is the will of God for us to return to Brazil for a season there. As you heard me saying, I've just been to Brazil. I was invited to speak at a conference over there, even before this invitation to go back there permanently was given. And having gone back there and ministered there and seen really the ministry that the Lord has for us there in terms of mobilizing all our many churches for evangelism and holding crusades, I look and I see that, and for me it's a real confirmation that indeed we've had our man from Macedonia speak to us and tell us to go there. Now, I need you all to be mature, obviously. I think I've spoken already to the leaders about this. But in the end, we're all servants of the Lord. This isn't our church. Nobody owns anyone. We all belong to the Lord. And he knows what's best. And if he is leading us back there, and if he has led Pastor Antonio here, then you can be sure that something good's going to happen. Because we are submitted to him. You can be sure, we don't follow where's the nicest country to live, where the sun shines best, where prospers more, any of those kind of issues. We're here knowing that we're on earth for a short period of time, and we need to do his will and go home to glory, and if we're faithful, to be counted amongst the overcomers and receive a crown. That is our passion, and that is our delight. And so, in telling you this, I want you to know that I truly believe that great things are going to happen in this church. Amen. Amen. But at the same time, you clearly need to know that whilst we love you deeply, you need to release us in your own hearts and minds and bless us and know that we're heading back there to do what God has called us to do and to embrace Pastor Antonio in the same type of way. Is everybody understanding how we serve the Lord? Amen. And how we're called to do his will and his will alone. So, we want to bless you. We want to thank you. We want to say that it's been a real privilege walking with you. You know, just talking to Keith then, he said you taught me so much. It's been my joy to be your pastor, my joy to be your teacher, to be your disciple maker. You can believe it. And yet I know that God's got greater things for you and greater things for us over there. So thank you for responding and responding well. And I look forward to hearing great testimonies of what's happening here in the United Kingdom.
Hallelujah. Amen.
Amen.